Hello, it's Lori Hurley from Social Meets Digital, and I was speaking to a client this morning about their missing Google My Business profile, and I thought I would share with you some reasons why your profile may disappear. So let's just go through this one by one. If you have changed some information on your Google My Business profile and it didn't coincide with Google's policies, they could suspend your listing. Sometimes it's a hard suspension, meaning they take it away altogether, or it's a soft suspension where your business is still there, but you need to go in and re-verify it. The other reason could be you have changed your company name, your contact information, your domain, or even the category you're listed under. So if you were originally a pet store and then you changed it to a veterinary services or something like that, you've changed your business category and Google will remove your listing. So it's important to keep all of your information current and correct. Really important is your address. If you have a P.O. box or a virtual address or a FedEx box or UPS storage box and it's not a street address, Google will suspend your listing. In fact, it probably won't even let you put your listing up. So you have to have a physical listing. If you're comfortable listing your home address, if you work from home but offer services outside your home, then list your home address, or you get a mailbox that has a street address attached to it, and then you are in compliance with Google's policies and your listing will not be suspended. If your phone number or your URL forwards somewhere else, your listing could be suspended. So let's say you have a cell phone and people call it and it automatically gets forwarded to some kind of call center. That's a no-no. Same thing with your URL. If you're using your website URL, but you have it redirected to a landing page or some kind of sales page, Google doesn't like that, and your listing will probably be taken down. Another reason, and this is a big one, if there's multiple listings for the same business address. So let's say you're in a shopping strip mall and you listed your address, but you transposed one of the numbers and it's really the address next door to you, and they've already claimed their Google My Business listing. Well, now there's been two business listings claimed for the same street address, and Google doesn't like that, so it will suspend your listing. So be careful when you enter your address that you are not transposing anything. If your listing's for an online business only, and that's a big one, because if you only do virtual coaching or virtual anything and you don't list in your description that you see people face to face, like I do, I work from home, but before COVID-19 hit, I would be out in the community doing lunch and learns and going to corporate offices or even flying to my clients' offices and teaching some kind of social media or reputation management or Google My Business, which is what I do. They would close me down. So you have to put in your business listing, if you're a virtual coach or any kind of entrepreneur, that you also see people face to face, or Google will not like that and they'll take you down. Multiple listings for the same firm or locations. We already talked about multiple listings if you have the same address, but if you are XYZ company and you have 3 or 4 different listings in the same location, they're going to take all of them down. So you have to be very careful. For example, if you are a franchise owner and you list the corporate address of the franchise rather than your own address, Google doesn't like that because it's showing duplicate addresses at the same place and duplicate company names. So you want to make sure you have your own unique address and location. Images, super important on Google, but if they're spammy, Google doesn't like that. So a spammy image would be something that is, let me see if I can think of something off the top of my head, multiple images, the same image over and over and over, and you're spamming people and you have text on it and you're asking for the sale and all of that, they consider that spammy. The best rule to follow is as little text or no text as possible on your Google My Business images, especially if you're using the Google My Business social media platform, which I highly recommend. Don't put any any images, I'm sorry, any writing or text on it, save that for your description. The same address is used for another business. We already covered this. The address of your Google My Listing, really important. The address of your Google My Business listing does not match the listing on your website. So if you have an address on your website, which many of us do, and it differs from the listing on your Google My Business page, that raises a red flag for Google, and they will take your listing down or suspend it until you finish it. Until you fix it. So you want to make sure both addresses are the same. Your firm's name, address, or phone number is on other directories and they don't match your Google My Business listing. So what does this mean? This means if you're doing your online reputation management correctly and you get Google reviews, but you also get Yelp reviews, or you get reviews from one of the hundreds of other review sources out there, and you have to list your company name, your company address, and your phone number and the whole bit, and it's different on different listings, that's going to raise a red flag and you're out of Google. They will kick you out. So that's one of the advantages of having somebody manage your online reputation, is such as us, that's what we do, is that we go through and we make sure your name, address, and phone number is the same all the way across the internet. So all of the different review sites have to reflect the exact same address. So if you are on Maple Street and you spell out street in one directory, but you abbreviate it in another, you just put ST period, it's not matching, you're gonna get ticked and Google could suspend you. Finally, if you have stuffed keywords into your business name or description. So for example, the name of my business is Social Meets Digital. And yes, we specialize in Google My Business and online reputation management, but I don't say that in my business name title on my Google My Business profile. I just say Social Meets Digital. Keyword stuffing would be Social Meets Digital dash online reputation management and Google My Business management. I would get nicked for that and they could suspend or take my listing down. So just put your business name. There's plenty of other places to put what you do in your Google My Business profile. So those are some reasons why you might have your listing suspended, either hard suspension where it's like totally gone and you have to start over, or soft suspension where you need to go in and re-verify your business. If you need help with any of this, obviously it's what we specialize in, and you can go ahead and contact us at my website below. There's a little contact us button, or feel free to email me, Lori@socialmeetsdigital.com, or just message me here on Facebook. We'll be happy to give you some guidance and excuse me, and help you out. So you don't want your Google My Business listing to disappear. Pay attention to the points that I just shared with you and make sure you claim your Google My Business listing. It's one of the best things you can do for your business. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Or if you're watching the replay, have a great day. Bye-bye.